was a dark and stormy night. The kind of night where you could feel the weight of the world pressing down on your chest. Sarah had just moved into a new house on Ravenwood Lane. It was an old Victorian-style house, with creaky floorboards and peeling wallpaper. Sarah loved it though. It was the kind of house that had character and history, something that she had always been drawn to. She had just finished unpacking her things when she heard a strange noise coming from the basement. It sounded like something was scratching against the walls. Sarah dismissed it as just the house settling and went to bed. But the scratching noise continued throughout the night, keeping her awake and on edge. The next morning, Sarah decided to investigate the basement. As she walked down the creaky wooden stairs, she felt a chill run down her spine. The basement was damp and musty, with cobwebs hanging from the ceiling. She shuddered and tried to shake off the feeling of unease. As she made her way to the far corner of the basement, she noticed a small door that she hadn't seen before. The door was made of rusted metal and had a padlock on it. Sarah tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. She shrugged and decided to come back to it later. Over the next few weeks, Sarah noticed that strange things were happening in the house. Doors would slam shut on their own, lights would flicker, and she would hear strange whispers in the middle of the night. Sarah tried to ignore it, but the feeling of unease continued to grow. One night, Sarah woke up to find a figure standing at the foot of her bed. It was a woman in a white dress, her hair covering her face. Sarah tried to scream, but no sound came out. The figure slowly reached out a hand towards her, and Sarah passed out. The next morning, Sarah woke up feeling disoriented. She couldn't shake off the feeling that someone had been in the room with her. She decided to investigate the house further and stumbled upon a diary hidden in a secret compartment in the wall. The diary belonged to the previous owner of the house, a woman named Emily. Emily had lived in the house during the late 1800s and had documented her experiences in the house. She wrote about strange occurrences, doors opening and closing on their own, and whispers in the night. As Sarah read further, she discovered that Emily had locked up her daughter in the basement, afraid that she was possessed by a demon. The scratching that Sarah had heard on her first night in the house was Emily's daughter trying to escape from the basement. The padlocked door was where Emily had kept her daughter in prison for years. As Sarah read on, she began to feel a presence behind her. She turned around, but no one was there. Suddenly, the door to the basement swung open on its own. Sarah heard a whisper in her ear. "I've been waiting for you, Sarah." Sarah knew then that she had to leave the house. She packed her things and left the house on Ravenwood Lane forever. But even now, years later, Sarah can still hear the whispers in the night, and she can't help but wonder what happened to Emily's daughter, and if she is still trapped in the basement, waiting to be set free.